Hello everyone, how's it going? It's me Tangociss back at you with another video. Today we're doing some more home. I just had a nice wee drink of water there. Voice has calmed down a wee bit. No, maybe I'll take it easy. I take a sip every so often too. That's the fine about doing let's plays, you see. They tend to take a toll on your voice after a while. So yeah, last time we were going through the factory, we went through a shop, and well, let's just continue this. So I had entered our backyard, but Rian gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it showed me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. We go back. Oh, I never did fix this gate, and it was stuck. I needed to press on. There was no turning back at that point. Alright then, let's go ahead and continue. I tell you, some backyard anyway. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. I mean, to be fair, it was your house, buddy. You should be fine, but, you know. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? The door to the basement, that was locked, where I had put the damned key. Maybe I left it in his coat pocket. That's usually where I leave it. There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? I might as well. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it says I cancelling my credit card due to non-payment. The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Oh yes, those old-fashioned ones. I think my grandparents did something like that. I'll check through here first before going up the stairs. I had found the last missing piece from my wallet, the old photo of Rachel, and I stared back to me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable, but did I keep it anyway? Yes, I did. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I'd got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Hey, nice, got an achievement again. Stolen identity. Guess well, achievements are always handy, you know. Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then it was too late. Looks like a nice chair, to be honest to you. I don't know, maybe I'll go back through the game. Maybe try getting the achievements going. I don't know, I can't remember how many there was. I think it was about 12 to 14. And we've already got 2 of them, so I guess we might as well do it sometime after this here video. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked through more closely, it looked like the man in the house had some of the same books as I did. Or, the man in that house. Misread it there, whoops. My wife's, Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it? Yes, I did. Rachel's suitcase contained clothes, toiletries, and a train ticket. Is this what you were going to do with Norman? Rachel was going to run away with him, possibly. One book in particular seemed a bit odd. I remembered owning it, but not that edition. Alright, I guess that's just repeated dialogue at this point for this. Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. Sounds like my bathroom sinks, although we got ours sorted, I think. It didn't get stuck, but it was one of the tricky ones to work with. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. They certainly look like a fancy job, I'll tell you that. Looks a bit beaten up, but what can you do? my laptop had been left on and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes, I did. I pocketed the key. That might be that their door I passed earlier. I think I was down at the bottom floor. It said something about the old fancy keyholes or something. So I guess we'll head back down and see if we can find it. Was it through here or was this it? The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. So I guess that wasn't it then. Did we try this here way yet? The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Try to burn up the inventory or something, see what I've got so far. No, there is not. Not by the looks of things. I unlocked the basement door. Alright. Oh, that's where it led to. Alright, we'll check. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. I think if how things are at the minute, folks, I think we're gonna be skipping Halloween and going to Christmas. How things are, I doubt there'll be any trick-or-treaters or any Halloween stuff. At least they're still doing the Halloween events, some games, I think, but that's probably about it. And yes, I did take this here key. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. Now, I don't know about you folks, but I think it unlocked that their door upstairs, but we'll go ahead and check here anyway. I think that's everything, is it? Oh, I had put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck, and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. Maybe we should have kept that there hammer from before? I don't know. What was this way? Oh yeah, it led us back outside. So I think it was up the stairs and to the right, wasn't it? The grimy key I had found in the basement unlocked the door. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? Possibly, I would say. There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? Yes, I did. Oh, I know. Since we have that crowbar, maybe we can check what was in the basement. Well, I mean, okay, maybe he needs like a sledgehammer or something, but it's better than nothing, know what I'm saying? That reminds me, I need to get around playing my Half-Life 2 episode 2. I already did the first two, just need to do this one soon. Did I break through the wall with a crowbar? Yes, I did. Alright. Well, I think we'll check. Can't look. There's a lot of boxes here. And what looks like old bird cages. Is that a jellyfish? That one must like their... Don't look. Well, I'm gonna look now whenever you say don't. A filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful. It made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I had to come this far. After all the searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? Flippoach, have to find out now, won't we? Aye, oh no, my hands trembled as I pulled back the layers of cloth. There at the centre, under all the dirt and mess, was my beloved, my Rachel. Her arms were bruised all over and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped and torn. Even through all of that sickening blood, it was obvious she had been stabbed to death. The knife I had carried all this way suddenly seemed like a poison. What had happened, Rachel? Who did this to you? I thought about all I had seen. I wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. So, where am I now? It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Achievement unlocked, grim discovery. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, that water tower. Was I at those places before? I must have been. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel pics and find some place to go. This was the old photo of that other man and his wife, I assumed. I found it in that house. There were a lot of disturbing things in those tunnels underneath that house. Maybe that man wasn't quite what he seemed. Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? It's very possible, I would say. Definitely. Those tunnels, those odd tools in this house. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. Within the few broken pieces that remained of that mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. I couldn't bear to look again. I was like I didn't actually expect reflection. I felt empty and drained. Instead of going through what he's been through, I don't blame him. The reflection in that grimy glass is only a shadow, a whisper. I still love the old-time charm of that claw-footed bathtub, though it seemed like a cold comfort then. To be fair, those old bathtubs do look pretty neat, I'll tell you that. We go through this way yet. I think we found the crowbar. It was a keycard I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's, but if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think if Norman was going back to the factory? He might have been. If that was where we found it, it must have been him. He must have been using the old locker room. The laptop had finally run out of power. Oh, well, there goes my laptop. Alright folks, I think we'll probably call things here. I have a feeling we might be approaching the end of the game, so I guess we could try wrapping that up next time, I guess. So yeah, cheers for watching folks, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch all you lovely folk next time.